Email is making a renaissance this year. Social media, I love social media. Everyone loves social media. It's great entertainment, but let's face it, it's become kind of a shit show, right? Everyone is kind of doing the same thing. Everyone is fighting for the same audience, and you don't even really know how much of your audience you're actually reaching, right? Some of the stats say that 70% of your Instagram followers don't even see your posts. 70%. Right, so that's, no matter how many followers you have, that's way too many people. So then it's like, why are you actually making these posts? How can you actually reliably think that someone is going to kind of take your knowledge and understand where you're coming from, right? So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is that, you know, we are more, I think, than social media. And I think that's one of the, when I talk to influencers that have, you know, a lot writing on their social media, you know, they're like, I'm more than that, right? They have a lot more behind the scenes going on, like things off the court, things off the field. Even if you're not an athlete or a team, there's just more than meets the eye, right? And it's kind of hard to say some of those things and communicate those messages through social media because, you know, it's a quick scroll through your feed, get your message across, right? So it's kind of hard to say anything real, anything in depth on social media. And yeah, and there's no way, another reason why email is just about to kill it this year is because relationship marketing, I think, is the name of the game, right? There were a few years, we're kind of coming out of the influencer marketing stage where, you know, you give an influencer a few bucks and they say something online, put a couple hashtags, and bam, that's the relationship, right? Now we're trying to get into the more personal relationships online. It's not so much the quality anymore. It's not so much the quantity, but now it's the quality, right? So it's how can you directly reach your audience? How can you emotionally get this person on your side, on your team? It's not enough to blast messages out to their whole list. Now it's all about being personal. Email is the best way to do that, straight up, because you can segment your audience. You know, you can drive actions better. You can track their actions a little bit better. And you can segment, right? So you can, you know, if someone takes action, then you can send them an email because they took that action. If someone did not open something, you can send them a follow-up email to make sure that they opened it, right? So there's a lot of if-then that you can do on email that you just cannot do on any type of social media. And it just kind of gives a different level of brand recognition, right? There's something to be said when you see somebody's name in your email inbox as opposed to your Instagram feed, right? That's a very different type of recognition, puts you in a different mindset. When you're, like I said before, when you're checking Instagram or checking any social media, that's purely entertainment, right? Yes, you can do ads. Yes, somebody might be pushing their product, but you're not really in that mindset to take that in all the way, which is why email, you know, it's very not so entertainment based. It's more information, knowledge. I need this because it's important, right? So if you can start putting yourself in there, in addition to what you're doing on social media, and there's definitely ways that you can combine them and kind of use both of their powers to bring it all together, then you're gonna win, all right? So email 2018, it's making a renaissance. If you don't have a list, if you're not running lead gen of some sort or some type of funnel, then you're really missing out. You know, take back your audience, really just own your email list, because you can have that forever, and there's just so much more you can do with it. So my recommendation, do not ignore email. It'll never die. Stop trying to make it die. It will never, ever die. Facts.